Well.
Mr. Carey.
Miss G, I've missed you.
I have missed you too. Hey, what's that sweatshirt you're wearing?
Oh, what's what? Oh, this old thing?
What? I think I have. What?
Whoa.
Did that just happen?
I thought if I'm coming on Treat Yourself, I should probably represent for Mary Poppins.
I appreciate that.
Junior.
Yeah, it is a little warm because it's like actual spring weather. Have you noticed it's a little warm?
Yeah, it's like 100,000 degrees in my kitchen right now, so I feel like I might change my sweatshirt.
Yeah, let's do a wardrobe change.
Okay, ready? We're gonna do 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna snap, and then we'll have different shirts on.
Okay, so snap.
Hold on.
Oh no! Wait, hang on. I'll give it a shot.
Countdown.
Okay.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Okay, now we're changed. Awesome. All right, so Mr. Carey, have you seen the bit on Jimmy Fallon, True Confessions?
I have seen it.
Okay, so I have a piece of paper. We are totally going to steal this bit from him right now this morning, just for the sake of, hopefully making people laugh or smile. But I'm going to read what's on this. You're going to have to figure out if it actually happened or if I'm just lying. After I read it.
How do I figure that out?
You have 60 seconds to ask me questions, and then at the end of those 60 seconds, you have to say you are totally lying or that actually happened to you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Ready?
Yep.
I once tried to keep a black widow spider as a pet.
How old were you when you once tried to keep a black widow spider as a pet?
I was 9 years old.
Huh. What kind of shoes did you have?
I had some Nikes.
What model?
I wasn't really a big shoe person. I just liked the fancy swoosh.
Huh.
But they were all black, so I thought they were pretty cool.
And where were you living at this time?
In Sterling, Virginia, on Upton Street.
Getting very specific here.
Mm-hmm.
What did you have for breakfast that day?
Oh, gosh. That might have been my toaster strudel phase. There was like a good 3 years where all I would have was a toaster strudel every morning. Strawberry, 2 packets of icing, which would make my sisters mad. Because that meant
you have to go extra icing.
You have to. How else do you eat those toaster strudels? It's like dry bread.
It's like a Pop-Tart with no icing on it. It's just not. It shouldn't be a thing.
It needs that extra sugar. So yeah.
Okay, so you wanted this black widow spider to be your pet.
Yep.
What were you going to name the black widow spider?
That's the sad part. I didn't get a chance to name it because when I showed it to my mom, she immediately freaked out and killed it right in front of me.
Huh. Okay, so the killing part was excessive.
Sorry, yeah.
No, it's fine. I mean,
she got really freaked out.
I respect mom for the pushback.
Right?
Because black widow spiders aren't really things that we should have pets.
Right. And I'm the firstborn, so, I mean, she was very worried about her firstborn child.
Well, as she should be.
Right.
Okay, so you wanted a black widow spider as a pet. Yep. You had Nikes on that day, and there's high potential that you had a toaster strudel with extra icing on it.
I think we're past the 60 seconds, but we're gonna roll with it.
So I just thought that I would sum everything back up, and I am going to say that is true.
It is actually false. That did not happen to me. It did happen to my mom, not with any of the details, but my mom at one point did try to keep a black widow spider, and when she ran up to my grandma and she had it in the jar, she showed it to my grandma, and right in front of my grandma took the jar, threw it on the sidewalk, and squished the spider, and then explained to my mom, no, that could have killed you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, so I have to say, Miss G, you were really good at this.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that you got really specific about the shoes you were wearing and the potential breakfast you had, this is going to be hard to top.
I gotta say, it's improv training, all about the details. You gotta get those details out there.
I guess you literally do this for a living.
A little bit. All right, you ready? It's your turn.
I am.
Okay,
Hold on a second. Are we ready? Peppy.
I think she's upset because I gave her Deer Park water this morning and not the Fiji she requested to appear on this interview.
No, she likes room temperature smart water. And
room temperature. That's another thing I forgot.
Only yellow M&Ms in the green room.
Yeah, she's probably really mad at me because I gave her Skittles, just straight up Skittles.
You ghosting us right now.
She won't even look. She's so mad.
Yeah.
And I like the slight tail flick. It's just like, I know you want my attention, but I'm not going to give it to you.
She's got birds to worry about.
Yeah, she does. All right, so you're going to give me a just story, and then I'm going to ask you, well, not a story, but just a statement, and then I will have 60 seconds to ask you questions.
Okay. Many moons ago.
Moons. Love it. Seasons.
Were
they harvest moons? Specifically?
Many moons ago on my farm. What?
What?
Farm? Okay.
Is it always nighttime where you live?
When I lived with the Waltons. Okay. I don't know what's happening.
I don't know either.
Yeah, we've derailed.
We've derailed a little bit.
I met Richard Simmons in Venice, Italy one time.
No. Okay. So many questions. What was he wearing?
So Richard had a tank top and shorts on, like workout shorts.
Okay. What color were the shorts?
It's a great question. I'm glad you asked. They were a light bluish.
Okay. How long were you in Venice?
That's another really fantastic follow-up. And it was like about 3 days.
Oh, okay. All right. What did Richard Simmons say to you?
So Richard was very happy to see us. It was me and my family. Richard was very happy to see us and actually took a picture with us.
Really?
Because if you see Richard Simmons in Venice, you naturally take a picture with him.
Right. What part of?
Never believe that.
What part of Venice?
Not the water part.
It's very specific. It's tricky.
Okay. Okay. That's a great question. There is this. This is so terrible that I don't remember the name of this big plaza in Venice where the birds and the.
The San Marco Plaza.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's where we met him.
Awesome. Okay. Was he super chatty or was he a little on the shy side? Did anything about his personality surprise you?
No, absolutely not. He is exactly like you would ever think he was.
Okay. All right. I think I'm ready to guess.
Okay.
That did not happen.
That 100% happened.
No way! You met Richard Simmons in Venice?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
You know what I'll do? When you edit all this stuff together, I'll find the picture.
Please do it.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Most random story ever.
That is so... Of all the people, that's incredible. Oh, that's such a great story. All right, Mr. Carey, one more thing, and then I'll let you go. I know you were very, very busy.
Okay.
So I just thought maybe we could help some of the older people, meaning adults, so not our students in the community, understand some of the slang that the kids are saying these days. A lot of them, and my students know this, I will outright ask for definitions and examples so I can try to use it just because it makes them laugh. So I just thought it'd be fun for me to attempt the adult translation of student slang. So I'm going to ask you to just give me one of the slang words you've heard our kids say, and I will do the adult translation, if that's okay.
Okay. Let me think for a second.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to go back to my days of being an assistant principal at a middle school.
I know. It just seems forever ago when we were in the halls.
Many moons ago.
Many moons.
Many moons.
Many crescent moons ago when we were in the building.
Good night, John Boy. Okay. So I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My cat is just something's happened.
Yeah.
There's a bird out.
She's stealing the show, I think. Everyone's going to ask, when is the cat coming back on Treat Yourself?
She's going to be your next guest.
Okay, perfect. I'll work on my interview skills for a cat.
Most views of any Treat Yourself.
Is the cat.
It's just the cat.
I don't
there.
want Miss. Can I ask questions of the cat? I'm tired of Miss
go
G.
ahead. Go ahead. Do you have a question for her?
What are you looking at? Okay, the tail seemed to flick less when I tried to talk to her.
Move your tail if you're looking at a bird.
Oh!
Yep. So you have to.
Okay.
Cats don't talk, so you have to kind of.
You got to guide them. Okay.
Get your answer in a different direction.
Gotcha.
Okay, where were we?
Student slang, and I'm going to try to do my best to give an adult translation.
Okay, so I will. I'm going to be very careful here because the last time I attempted student slang, I used the word lit, and Miss Hollinger told me that nobody, and I mean nobody, says lit anymore.
But it was huge. I could have sworn people are still saying lit. No?
I don't think so. I will call my slang coach, Miss Hollinger.
Okay.
But I don't think that people say lit anymore.
Okay. She is also appearing on this show later, so I'll ask that during the interview. But when lit was used, I believe the translation, just for us adults, was... let's see, because I'm trying to be like, oh yeah, that party was lit. That's what the kids would say, right? So an adult would say, the party was quite entertaining, and I made many social connections.
Yes.
Right?
I love that.
Okay, thanks. I figure that's close to what lit is. Okay, next one.
Okay, next one. So I was in a classroom, and I told a student, I said something to a student that he didn't believe. Mm-hmm. And his response was, that's cat.
Oh, okay.
So Miss G, if you can help and enlighten us, what does it mean if somebody says that's cap?
Okay, so I've heard that's cap, and I've also heard, yeah, man, no cap. So it can be used either way. So I believe in the circumstance of saying, yo, man, that's cap, is saying that is a false statement that you have said, and I do not appreciate it. I think that's, along the lines. And then no cap is, truly, brother, I speak the truth, or something along those lines. I don't know. Yeah.
I think you're spot on, but again, there is a high percentage that we're wrong.
I'm just taking wild guesses here.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. The two people that probably know very little about this is me and you.
Yeah.
and we're attempting to tell.
We're just gonna try. Yeah, we're just gonna try.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Oh, stop flexing. That'll be our last one. So I've heard, like, in the halls, someone will get something new, like a new pair of headphones or a new pair of shoes, and they'll show it to their friend. The friend will be like, man, stop flexing. Which I believe means, yes, I notice you have expensive clothing and materials, but I do not appreciate you rubbing it in my face. I believe that's what flexing is, right?
Yeah, so like when AirPods first came out, and if you had AirPods, you were flexing.
Okay. So it was...
Guess who does not have AirPods?
You?
Me. I'm not flexing.
Yeah, you're not flexing.
But there was a point in time where you drove to work one time, and you drove by me with your music playing, and you were kind of cruising, and I said that you were parking lot flexing.
I remember that morning totally different. I remember rolling down my window like this, rolling it down and saying, "Good morning, Assistant Principal Carey. Morning and salutations." And then I pulled away quietly. I
thought it was top of the morning to you.
with an imaginary hat tip, because I could totally see myself doing that, like Dick Van Dyke would have done. I feel like he would have said top of the morning too. He definitely would have said that. All right. Well, Mr. Carey, thank you so much for appearing on Treat Yourself. Before we go, do you have any words of wisdom or anything you would like to say to our amazing community before we sign off?
Yeah, that I miss everyone, and I hope everyone's doing well. And shoot me an email, send me a Schoology message. Just, we all kind of want to stay in contact. I know we've lost like the social piece to all of this, and so I'd love to keep in touch with anyone. So drop me a line. If we used to say hi in the hallway, shoot me a Schoology message and say hi, and so we can keep the communication going.
Awesome. Me too, please. Me too. All right. Thank you, Mr. Carey.
All right, Ms. G. Thanks for having me.
Bye. Oh, I miss you so much. I miss you so much. It is so good to check in virtually, and thank you for joining us on Treat Yourself, the online TV series where we just want to make people smile and laugh. So, Michaela, what is one of your favorite things about being home?
I guess not having such a busy schedule because normally my schedule is like boom, 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 boom. And so I'm a lot more relaxed with that, I guess, because all I have is school and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to worry about soccer or um, other stuff. And like we don't have homework really anymore, so that's also good. That's nice.
That's true. It's all you're always at home, so
Yeah,
it's just work. Yeah.
yeah. So I don't know. I guess that. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. What is one of the things you miss the most about being actually in the school at Henderson?
Well, see, I've always been this person who's like, I really like school and stuff like that. And everyone's like, I hate it. Or like, a lot of people are like, school sucks and stuff. I'm like, there's going to be a point when we're not going to be able to go to school and you are going to regret saying that. Because, like, that's where we see our friends. That's basically, otherwise, we have to try and plan stuff outside, which a lot of times people can't do stuff or it just gets really confusing with like all the texting that goes around and trying to do that, and I don't know. And so like we get to see our friends there, and I'm very much a deep learner, so I need to be in a classroom environment and stuff like that, and like be with the teacher and stuff so I can just ask questions when I want to ask questions. So that's been difficult for me because yeah, I don't know, because it's not like that anymore. It's just like videos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I do appreciate is how you try to stay positive, because that's what was one of the things I very much appreciate about you, and what I would see in class all the time is, even if things weren't going the way you thought they were going to go, you would try to find a solution. And so thank you for being that person. Now, I know you have a brother.
Yes.
Do you have any tips for those out there who are quarantined with siblings?
I've mostly been staying in my cave, also known as my room. But no, but whenever we get out, I think we basically realized this is going to be very long if we get on each other's nerves all the time. And so we've been trying to make the most of it, basically. And like when we do actually come in contact and we're hanging out, we're actually like trying to laugh and stuff, because like make the most of it, because otherwise this is going to be very long.
That's a smart attitude to have. Like, look, we're in this together. Let's make a truce and do the best we can.
That, or I'll just hang out in there if I'm not feeling it. And I'm like, I'm done.
Oh, goodness. All right. So we talked about it a little bit earlier. Again, it's, during a pandemic, sometimes you have some downtime. And so I was just thinking the other day of like just words that are fun to say. And for me, I love saying the word razzmatazz, platypus, and I love the name Tiberius. What is one of your favorite words that you just like to say?
So we were talking, and I just was like, licorice.
That's a great word. Licorice. Licorice. Perfect. All right. And last thing, and then we are going to wrap up. Do you have any parting words of wisdom or just anything you want to say to the Falls Church City community?
Just make the most of it and like try and get outside. Like just try and make that part of your schedule at least like once a week. It's something probably at least more probably, but like just try and get outside or else it's just not gonna go well. I mean, it could go well, but like it's good to get outside because who knows, you may bump into someone and you can talk to people and you have human interactions and stuff like that. That's not just your family. And also like try and stick to healthy habits. I shouldn't even be saying this because I haven't been doing that, but like try and do things that just make you happy, I guess. I don't know. So whether that be hanging out with friends, where like social distance hangouts, if your parents are crazy or if you're just like, no, I'm not going outside, try and FaceTime and stuff because it's just good to get some interaction, because humans are meant to interact with other humans.
This is very true.
Yeah, it's not meant to just be like just alone, because that's not how we work. So
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Michaela.
Yeah.
This was awesome. I don't know if you have heard yet, but we are doing online with Encore instead of evening with
I've seen
Encore. I don't know if you've thought about it, but I know people are still talking about your poetry that you performed before Mary Poppins. So just think it over. You don't have to, but I think that would be a strong, strong performance for that event. So I can get you more details if you're interested in doing that for that event.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
well,
Like
thanks.
make a new one, or
No, you could do if you want to do a new one, you could. If you want to do a series, just if the one that you did for the show was just so vulnerable and powerful and honest, and it really, really hit home to a lot of people. So
Alright.
I would love to showcase that again. I'd love to show more of your work. But whatever you want to do, I will make sure you have a platform for people to see it.
all right.
All right. You are awesome, Michaela. Thank you so much.
All right.
Have an awesome day. Bye. Andrew Gilmore, hello.
Hello.
So, Andrew, what is the main thing you enjoy about staying home?
Well, I get to spend a lot of time with my family, and sometimes I don't really get that much time with my dad. But like, with me not having to go to school the next day, I'm able to stay a little bit up later, which means more than 2 hours of seeing my dad a day.
That is pretty
And
cool.
then he's also on like a special rotation for the Pentagon, where he works for 1 week and then he gets 2 weeks off. So that's really nice.
Okay, cool. And what's the main thing you miss about Henderson?
Probably theater flex.
I did not pay him to say that, for the record. I did not.
No, you didn't.
Good job, Andrew. Good job. All right, so Theater Flex, for the record, that was his answer. So, okay, do you have any pets? And siblings are included, Andrew.
Oh, I, of course, have my sister, Ella Gilmore.
Please don't tell her I said that, even though she'll probably see this episode. Tell her I say hello. Tell her I say hello. All right, this is a combo question. What is your favorite snack, and what is your favorite movie?
My favorite snack. Probably this, it's like this Nutella cake in a mug. And it's where like you put like a bunch of sugar, Nutella, and a couple other stuff in a mug. And you like microwave it for like 6 minutes or something. It's crazy. And then it's like a Nutella cake.
That sounds amazing. Do they sell that at Harris Teeter? Like Giant? Where do I get it?
I don't know where, but like sometimes I'm just looking through our recipe books and like I find it.
Okay.
And sometimes I don't.
Wow. I'm going to have to Google that, Andrew. All right.
Yeah.
And favorite movie? I know it could sometimes change, but right now, what would you say your favorite movie is?
Favorite movie? Does it have to be school appropriate?
I don't know how to answer that. You know what? Just go for it. What's your favorite movie?
Probably Die Hard.
That's an excellent answer. That's a great movie. All right.
Yes.
And finally, last question. Do you have any words of wisdom or advice for your fellow Henderson students or teachers?
Try working on your couch. Just try it.
That's some good advice. Thanks, man. All right. Well, don't you log off, because we're going to chat after this episode with filming and whatnot. But thank you very much, Andrew, and we will see you next time.